Teyana Taylor just made a shocking revelation. She's expecting a baby, and sources claim Aaron is the father. However, it wasn't just the pregnancy news that left everyone stunned. It was Iman Shumpert's emotional response. Reports suggest he was devastated upon hearing the news, and now the entire internet is closely following the dramatic aftermath as it unfolds. For weeks, rumors had been swirling, with social media buzzing about the possibility that Teyana might be pregnant. However, no one expected her to confirm it, especially not so soon. According to insiders, she revealed the news at a private gathering with her closest friends and family. The moment was meant to be personal, but it seems someone had different intentions. Just hours after the announcement, the news spread like wildfire across the internet. The shock was palpable, and soon, all eyes were on Iman. Later that evening, Iman was spotted leaving a recording studio in LA. Witnesses claimed he appeared utterly distraught. His face was swollen, as if he had been crying. One observer even noted that he seemed to stumble when the pregnancy was mentioned, as if he were on the verge of breaking down right there on the sidewalk. While some dismissed it as overreaction, those close to him believe his response went beyond mere sadness. It was something much more profound. Years ago, Teyana and Iman were the couple everyone admired. They appeared to have it all. Married young, had a gorgeous daughter, and even collaborated on music and TV projects. To the public, their relationship seemed like a fairy tale. However, behind the scenes, things were not as perfect. Rumors of infidelity and growing emotional distance began to spread in industry circles. By 2023, the couple had quietly parted ways. They claimed it was a mutual and amicable decision, but it never truly felt like a closure. Then entered Aaron. Initially, he was just a friend, someone Teyana turned to during a difficult period. However, as time went on, their bond seemed to deepen. Pictures of them appeared at events, on vacations, and even at Teyana's home with her daughter, showing they were spending a lot of time together. Some believed it was love, while others thought it might just be a rebound. But one thing became clear: Iman was not okay with it. According to sources close to him, Iman never stopped loving Teyana, even after their split. He would frequently mention her, telling friends that she was still his person. So, when the news of her pregnancy broke, it didn't just hurt, it devastated him. One insider shared that Iman literally collapsed when he heard the news and was left speechless for hours. He tried reaching out to her repeatedly, but she didn't pick up. Those around him say he's been struggling ever since, wondering when she truly moved on and if Aaron had been involved while they were still attempting to reconcile their marriage. The timeline just doesn't make sense to him, and the silence from Teyana may be the clearest answer of all. Aaron, meanwhile, has remained composed. He hasn't made any bold statements, but he also hasn't been in hiding. He's been seen out, with Teyana attending events and even stepping into a fatherly role with her daughter. To some, this makes him appear like the supportive, reliable figure. But to Iman, it likely feels as though someone has taken his spot in the life he once shared with Teyana. That kind of pain doesn't just fade away. Aaron's friends insist that he's genuinely serious about Teyana, that he's been in love with her for a long time, even before their relationship became public. However, not everyone shares that view. Some believe things moved too quickly, that Teyana might still have been healing, and Aaron was simply there at the right moment. When emotions run this deep, it's difficult to distinguish what's real. But one thing is certain: Iman sees Aaron as a replacement, and that kind of resentment can quickly turn into something far more toxic. The situation surrounding Teyana and Iman's relationship has escalated into a full-blown family and public drama, with emotions running high and opinions sharply divided. It's no longer just a breakup. It's about changing loyalties, intense emotions, and the complicated process of moving on, especially when children, new partners, and public scrutiny are part of the equation. The families have firmly taken sides, and the divisions couldn't be more stark. Teyana's mother is reportedly overjoyed about her daughter's new relationship. Close sources say she feels Aaron brings the calm and stability that was lacking in Teyana's previous marriage. She views him as a positive influence, someone who makes Teyana feel secure, supported, and emotionally grounded. From her point of view, Teyana finally seems at peace. And as a mother, that's all she could wish for. While Teyana's family appears to be welcoming this new chapter, Iman's side is reportedly struggling with it. They've expressed several concerns, particularly about how fast everything is progressing. The pregnancy announcement, in particular, has clearly hit a nerve. They're worried about the emotional impact, not just on Iman, but also on the co-parenting situation that had been, if not perfect, at least manageable, until now. Sources say that communication between the two families has broken down. Calls are being ignored, child drop-offs have become strained, and any attempts to keep things civil seem to have disappeared. One family friend even confessed that the two families can't stand each other at the moment, stressing that the tension is no longer about the child. It's rooted in a deeper feeling of betrayal and disappointment. As the family deals with their struggles in private, the internet has turned the situation into a full-blown digital battleground. Teyana's fans are solidly behind her, viewing her as a symbol of resilience, a woman who made the tough decision to put her happiness and emotional health first. Social media is overflowing with posts praising her for starting anew and finding peace after what seemed to be a tumultuous marriage. Her supporters argue that she's simply doing what's best for herself and her children, and that no one should criticize her for that. On the other hand, Iman's fans are also making their voices heard. They're devastated, feeling that he was caught off guard. He had been holding on to hope for reconciliation, only to be hit with the news that Teyana had moved on, and is now expecting a child with someone else. To them, Iman is a loyal and loving person who didn't deserve this kind of emotional setback. The divide goes beyond emotions. It's become an investigative matter. Online detectives have started digging through old photos, videos, and interviews, attempting to piece together the timeline of Teyana and Aaron's relationship. There are still many unanswered questions. When did Teyana and Aaron actually start their relationship? Was she already pregnant before her divorce with Iman was officially finalized? The timeline remains unclear, but that hasn't stopped speculation. In fact, it has only sparked more rumors and wild theories. One popular theory is that Iman always believed the separation was temporary, that they would eventually work things out. So, when he learned that Teyana was not only with someone new, but also pregnant, it wasn't just a shock. It was a painful emotional blow. To him, this likely felt like the final end to a relationship he still had hope for. Another theory suggests that Teyana may have intentionally shared the pregnancy news. If that's true, some believe it was her way of making a clear statement that she had fully moved on, with no possibility of reconciliation, a bold and public confirmation that she was closing that chapter. There are also rumors circulating that Aaron might have been involved much longer than anyone is acknowledging. Some speculate that their relationship could have even overlapped with her marriage to Iman, at least on an emotional level. If that's the case, and the truth eventually comes to light, the consequences could be far-reaching, not only for the public story, but potentially for legal matters too. The increasing tension and emotional complexity have led many to suspect that bigger problems may be ahead. Some believe a custody battle could be on the horizon. With emotions running so high and co-parenting already strained, legal disputes might soon become unavoidable. Others speculate that there could be disputes over child support or visitation rights, particularly if communication between the families continues to deteriorate. There's also speculation about how Iman might react publicly to all of this. Iman, known for expressing his emotions through music, has led some to believe that if he drops a new track soon, it might include subtle, or not so subtle, references to what he's currently experiencing. Fans will be paying close attention, looking for any lyrics that might offer insight into his side of the story, or reveal how he's handling everything emotionally. At the heart of all this turmoil is a deeply human story. Two people who once built a life together, now going in entirely different directions. One is embracing change, motherhood, and a new relationship, while the other appears to be struggling with feelings of loss, confusion, and possibly even betrayal. Those around them, family, friends, and fans, have all become part of the narrative, adding their own layers of opinion, emotion, and judgment. Although no one outside their inner circle knows the full story, the public has eagerly tried to fill in the gaps. What makes this situation so captivating is its emotional rawness. There's love and heartbreak, loyalty and betrayal, healing and pain, unfolding in real time under the intense glare of fame and public scrutiny. Whether this will settle down or spiral into something even more complex is yet to be seen. But one thing is certain, everyone is watching. Everyone has their own opinion, and the story is far from finished. Teyana, on the other hand, may respond in her own way. As an artist herself, some believe she'll use her music to share her side of the story. Others think she might remain silent and let her actions speak louder. Regardless of her approach, it's clear that this drama is far from over. And then there are the TikTok theories. One viral video suggested that Iman's emotional breakdown was staged, part of a PR move to gain public sympathy. Whether or not that's true, it highlights just how deep this situation runs, with every move, post, photo, and silence being scrutinized. So, what do you think? Was Iman's reaction genuine heartbreak, or is there something more to it? Is this just the aftermath of a love gone wrong, or are we witnessing a power struggle unfold before our eyes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're curious to know what you think really went down behind closed doors. Don't forget to hit that like button if this story has you hooked, and subscribe to Gossip Spill TV so you don't miss the next twist. Things are only getting messier from here.